count it down, starting from 5. Here we go in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tetris.
All right. Oh, you know it's going to be a good game when you get a 0 and S piece to start off.
Yeah, you know it's going to be a great game when you get an SZ. They didn't get that this time, but there's always the possibility.
Always the best.
Of course, oh, looks like we need a little bit of changing on the cameras because Zrobot grew a lot and apparently duplicated himself. And we got 2 parts of a fraction. So now we just need to change one to numerator and the other to denominator.
Oh, that'd be great. That's what I think our Tetris needs, is more math puns.
I'm all down for math puns.
Let's do it. Somewhere out there, my dad is reading an XKCD comic and laughing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And now
Birb has a fun little thing going on there. Oh, but a clean T-spin to drop in there. Let's see. Oh, easy cleanup. No issues.
Yeah, Fractal up to a pretty good start here. Just over a Tetris and a half lead.
Yeah. Early right now, it's all about setting that foundation.
Yeah. Also kind of getting into the groove because, you know, in the convention center, it's been a bit chilly. And so maybe you have to actually, like, warm up. But then also, you know, you're in the stage, you've got these bright lights on you, commentary, you can hear it.
You've got sometimes the social media girl trying to put you into a TikTok. If that happened to you, I'm so sorry. That person from the TikTok is awful. You know, just the worst. Looking here, all right, I'm seeing on Zro's end, he had a bit of a gap there on the left, but cleaned it up pretty fast.
Yeah, that Z piece was a bit rough and kind of forcing him into a series of dependencies. But he is navigating through them incredibly quickly.
Oh, that nice clean fit. I see Fractal has a classic situation going on, which is I have one hole at the bottom, but I'm too lazy to clear it out.
Yeah. It's like, and sometimes that's a good idea because you don't want to, you know, get stuck into a burn.
Not at all.
And just like trying to get access to that. But then also, fortunately, it's on the right side, but if it was in the center wheel, then sunk cost fallacy would sink in.
Yep. I saw Birb pull off a nice T-spin earlier. No point advantage, but really helped to clean up his stack for sure.
This is incredibly close. Up top, 244 for Katie, 263 for Zro, and down at the bottom, 244 for Birb and 266 for Fractal.
Truly anyone's game at this point. Birb's build has been a little messier, not anything to be of concern, but every now and then I look over and there's a couple overhangs and I'm like, well, you should look at those.
Yeah, Zro kind of getting a couple of unfavorable pieces for his board.
Yep.
So that lead that he's held for a majority of this 18, it's going to go into Katie's favor for the time being. This Birb now starting to get in a bit of a tricky spot.
Let's see here. All right, Zro. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that hang.
That's the trick with DAS. Once you miss getting it all the way over, there's no coming back from it.
Yeah, so Katie's going to take game 1. And this is Zro's debut match in a live event. There was the after party that he did play at Agamescout, but this is officially his first match at a live event.
And so far, he has been incredible. Going back down, it looks like Fractal's lead has increased a bit. We'll see here. Fractal was the winner of our DAS tournament in Portland, the Jonas Neubauer Cup. So he's got a pretty good experience with that live DAS play, but I don't know, Birb's been practicing this style for so long.
Yeah, and try to go for the double tug, couldn't quite get it.
You see the little classic head shake. You know, you put it right where it shouldn't be, and all you can do is shake your head. But he's cleaned it up. I feel like Birb's the kind of guy who can get this cleaned up. It's gonna take a chunk out of points just trying to get those singles burned.
Oh, looks like they're good to go up top, so I guess we'll get a countdown from them as well. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And look at that. Birb's board already back and cleaned up. A little bit of an overhang, but nothing too scary.
Does get the square piece, so perfect burnout. But Fractal has ballooned the lead up to 150,000 points.
Yep.
However, he will slow down for a bit.
Dirty, dirty Tetris right there from Fractal. Oh, he's got to clear up that wells. Oh, which he did. Cleared it up. Opened that right up.
And yeah, 2 more Tetrises available for both of these players before level 19.
Let's see. Up top, Katie just got a nice Tetris. Nice long bar to clear up a dependency. Back to a clean board. I don't know, Zro's. We know Zro. Zro could probably come back from this, but I'm looking at that board.
Nice double tug. I was not expecting that.
Let's see where he takes it. I saw he's learning fast. I saw a little head shake from Zro on that move. And we are at level 19 down at the bottom there.
Yeah,
no sweat for these guys.
This is what Birb transitioned with, and Fractal transitioned with a high 500.
Whew. Looks like Birb's keeping it low and safe, which is totally acceptable, especially Das at 19. All right, let's see that. Oh, Birb knows that square.
Gets it over there, too.
Oh, that is, with Das, that is some tight navigation of pieces. Keeping it simple, getting those single burns, totally been there. Oh, but Fractal.
Yeah, he's been, that triple is perfect.
Cleaned that up so fast. I was worried. I thought that was going to be it for Fractal.
Yeah, especially since we're in the middle of a drought, and finally the drought kind of weathers away.
Whew.
That was definitely a scary situation for Fractal, but found all the right pieces and placed them appropriately, and still holding on to a 158,000 point lead.
Gosh, the cleanliness of those boards at the bottom is incredible. Looking back up top, Zro's got a funky 2-over well, but hey, once again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Katie's board clean as ever, a little bumpy, but nothing in that square tuck couldn't fix.
Yeah, Zro still trying to, another hang in the center. Able to still get something over.
Birb has a bit of a tower. I don't know. Come on, you got this.
Zro would love a J piece here, but that T piece is going to work now, looking for an L piece. Great navigation for Zro. Definitely had a misdrop that could have been a game ender, like Birb having a game ender right now, a top out of 581. Fractal's good for game 1.
Major kudos. They were playing at some high levels with Das, with some of the cleanest level 20 boards I have ever seen.
Yeah, it was just going to be really tough for Birb being down by 150,000 points, and Fractal not topping out at that one point was incredibly crucial, because Birb would have been able to chase it down slowly and methodically.
Yep, let's see. Zro had a good center well going, but a square piece blocked it. Might have to burn a couple lines here and miss out on some Tetrises.
Got a weird little floating Mino there on Katie's end, and looks like Fractal and Birb are ready, so let's go ahead and get them counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And
right.
That is not a Vitz for Katie.
Let's see what Katie's going to do with this 2-wide hole. Filled it up pretty fast. Look like she's got it covered. Yep.
That Mino is trippy.
Yep. It's like, you ever see those TikToks where they purposely put a fake hair on the screen so that you try to rub it away and then accidentally like the TikTok?
Considering I'm not really on TikTok, no.
Interesting.
But that is
this is
very
when
interesting.
Dani finds out she spends way too much time on Instagram Reels.
Okay, Instagram Reels is a different story. I somehow found myself in the Japanese Super Mario Brothers Instagram Reels. Don't know how, but I watch them each time they come up. Just like we're watching these players, 398 for Katie, massive lead over Zro, who's at 223.
Interesting. Okay, she opened up. I was going to say she was about to open up her well for a Tetris, just missed it. There we go, though. Makes it up. Has a dependency, but that low of the board, she should be fine. Birb's board has seen better days, is what I'll say. I feel like he knows it and wants to get that cleaned up as soon as possible, but at this point, it just has to be whatever pieces. All right. I think that was good RNG, though.
Yeah, it's not going to commit to a dirty Tetris. Going to just bring the board down. Fractal does take a 3 Tetris lead as a result, but it's still early in the game, and so anything can happen. Fractal could have a misdrop, surprisingly. and that could end up changing things.
All right.
But for the time being, he's playing great. Up top, Zro has tried to close the gap, but Katie has continued to put on the pressure.
No. Just the energy in person right here. I think all 4 of them are locked in, and I don't use that term lightly. Katie is keeping that board low, which I love. I know 18 can be deceptive because you're like, oh, we've got room, the pieces are so slow, but you never know with DAS. Always safer to keep things low.
All it takes is just for one misstep as Zo transitions at 372.
Oh,
and Katie at 529, 150,000 point lead, and Zro with a misdrop. An eyepiece needs to come right now, and there it is.
Whew.
A huge sigh of relief, and Katie might need that same sigh of relief too.
Come on, Katie.
All right, has to get this eyepiece over in the hang.
And
I think that's going to be fatal.
DAS, but Katie has a 5 Tetris lead right now, and that might be enough. We'll have to see if Zro can hit the chase down.
Yes, nice. Going to go for some flat burns. A chase down is possible. 535 is what Zro needs. Set up for a dirty Tetris here in the center.
Let's see. In the meantime, it looks like Birbwizard has topped out, if I'm looking correct, or if is that a game glitch. I cannot tell from our end.
I believe they are confirming.
Gotcha.
So,
in the meantime, we cannot break Zro's focus.
535 is what Zro needs, and another center wall Tetris is going to be scored.
How many? 2 or 3 more Tetrises, it's looking like? Just about. He needs 3 more Tetrises, just under, to close that gap. Oh, you see him do the head shake when he covered that hole.
He is far enough back in the level progression of level 19 that a line out, if necessary, could be feasible. These pieces are giving him a little bit of trouble, but those burns are flawless.
Yeah, keeping it simple. I know we had talked about over in the silver and bronze bracket how much really enough modern Tetris helps you train with burning really efficiently and knowing the best ways to burn, how to get those singles out of the way so you get back to your Tetrises.
Great discipline so far here from Zro. He's going to go for the Tetris. Doesn't have too many ways to burn.
We have a long bar. There we go.
One more will lock it in
Tetris.
for the chase down, or can line it out.
Let's
535 is what he needs.
If this were me, I would play it safe. But I know Zro, and he's a wild card.
And set up for the Tetris.
That is
looking
a
to do it in style.
clean board.
And there it is. Zro wins his
And there
first
it
official
is.
match not match, but game in person. And a chase down of 150,000 points too.
For DAS at post level 19, that is crazy. But if anyone can do it, it is Zro. They are now tied 1-1 up at the top. I think we are still getting some technical things worked out with Birb and Fractal, question mark?
Yeah, once we hear from our judges, we'll know for sure.
3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right. Let's see here. We got a nice set of pieces up at the top, I think, to start with. Really easy to keep things flat. Really flexible board.
We have a match point for Fractal at the bottom.
Oh.
And we are tied up at the top. And already up top, running into a drought, so we're going to see some disciplined burns. Zro taking more heavy burns, saw a triple, but we're both going to be able to score Tetris, so remain tied up top.
Yeah, they were tied. I think they both thought the same way, burned the same way, which meant that they were doing the right thing.
Yeah, we're not going to be tied at the bottom because Birb pushed down for 18 points.
Oh, let's see if we can telepathically manifest someone at the top to push down a little. Oh, and that was Zro got a little. Oh, Zro's getting that push down lead, just barely.
Ooh, just was 1 Mino shy being able to utilize that long bar for Tetris, but to use the next one, and actually has an ideal board set up if he can find an L piece.
Yeah.
Ooh, couple of misdrops.
Not necessarily fatal, but
he actually went for the tuck.
Whew. Risky on Zro's part, but that long bar came in just in time. One more over on the side, and he's back in action.
Yeah, clutch timing on the long bar for Zro. And that's That's one of the things that you can expect, or you really can't expect, because going that kind of aggression, I mean, going for the tuck up that high, if your dash was even off by, you know, a couple of frames, that would have hung, and then we would have been looking at a game 4 with Katie in the lead.
Zro's definitely playing on a more ambitious play. That tower in the middle, especially when you just get those Z and S bursts, since the only place you can put them.
You just manifested that.
I would like to apologize to the higher powers in the Tetris universe. Just a field. Oh my goodness.
I know you were making an example, but the fact that it happened right as soon as you said that is hilarious.
Insane. I am so sorry. All right, now I'm switching over. We're manifesting nice pieces and tons of long bars for everyone. All right, nice Tetris from Katie. Got some stuff to build up on the right side. Down at the bottom, Birb's and Fractal's boards are looking clean. Like, I have no notes. It's just some classic DAS playing right there.
Yeah, Birb in the lead. Just under a Tetris, a little bit over half. So it's been able to play a little bit more efficient than Fractal, I want to say the last 30 lines or so. Just slightly. But, I mean, we've seen games come down to some razor-thin margins.
Yeah. We had just a game that wrapped up over in the silver bracket with an 8-point difference.
Who didn't push down?
What was that?
I said, who didn't push down?
I don't remember. I just remember people freaking out, and somebody sent me a photo.
And Harry Hong will say C.
It's important. All right. Looking back, it's like there's so little to commentate on, but it's just solid play. You're seeing smart DAS builds. Zro's back to a more conservative board, which is nice to see.
Of course, we do also have more action on the Go bracket happening in CT2.
That is
so
correct.
You can pull up another tab, watch 8 boards.
That's right.
Work on your multitasking.
If these really clean, efficient builds are too boring for you, and you just want some crazy offensive plays, I can't guarantee it, but it might be happening on Classic Tetris 2.
You never know unless you check it out.
Schrodinger's playstyle.
True.
Well, I did blink, and now Fractal has a little gap there. Once again, doesn't necessarily mean the end of play, but something you gotta clean up before it gets worse or makes you lose too many points.
Yeah, because it looked like Fractal was just barely in the lead, and then just this one small dig. Hasn't been in any danger. It's just, you know, having to deal with taking burns, and Birb now up to a 2.5 Tetris lead. As a matter of fact, these are some paces down at the bottom. Kind of all around. 511 for Birb, 456 for Fractal. Zro at 427, Katie at 503. And this is around the 100 line mark, too.
Good catch. That is pretty clean. All right, Birb's has a bit of a tower, but it's looking like they can handle it with a nice, clean burn.
Ooh, the drought. Piece just had just enough dash to get over.
Oh, that drought covering up the well is going to be super tricky.
Both players having to experience some issues. Fractal does get the eyepiece. Both players able to get it in their desired locations.
Birb, you just
and Fractal, this might...
it over. All right, clean, safe burn. Taking a 3-liner on Birb's end, but much needed.
And that's going to allow Fractal to take the game.
And
552.
That looks like game to me. He's going for it. Why not? All right, back up top. Katie's got some problems going on.
Oh, wait. Hold on. This could be another chase down situation. That's transition.
Okay. 3.87 or 3.77 Tetris is what our board is saying. We have another chase down.
Yes, 563 is what Zro needs.
We'll see. It's a little bit of a messy board. Not the worst 19 transition we've seen.
Oh, look at all those T pieces, 3 in a row. And Zro's burning it down to the bottom.
They got that cleaned up fast, which is needed when you're playing DAS above level 19.
Oh, Zro's actually going for the aggressive column 3.
Whew. That is a risky move, and we need a long bar. Okay.
And he didn't go for the burn. It was right there. He's going to try and commit to it.
Is he committing to the Tetris? Because
no.
blocking the well, that was a risk that he just took. He probably has time to play it safe, looking at where we're at, only at level 21.
Yes, but now the board is elevated.
It is. You've that little
Okay, those are
tower
good,
in the middle.
good pieces.
Let's see where we're at. Every time a piece goes a little bit too high, and look at that. Like, why did I doubt?
Had me holding my breath there because, you know, it seemed like the natural thing was to just take the triple and then reset.
Exactly.
But then he went aggressive for it. There's a Tetris, one more for Zrobot, and he'll complete the chase down and go up 2-1.
This has been insane.
And he's
play.
going for it. But he doesn't have no way to burn. If he gets the long bar, it gets over. Zrobot takes game number 3.
Zrobot takes it. That is just crazy in my opinion. I feel like you have Katie, who's this really, you get this clean, solid play, no nonsense.
And it was just like at the very end, there was something that went wrong. And with only 2 lines left to transition sides, here we go in
All right.
3,
2, 1, Tetris.
Ooh, some clone
It
Tris
brings
up top.
me comfort knowing that folks at home were screaming the same things we were.
Ooh, small misshot for Katie. Wow, that is an incredibly efficient cleanup.
Clean. I don't even see that. Birb off the bat. Blocked the well early.
Oh,
No,
we get
nothing
another
too bad.
starting drought up top.
Oh my gosh. These players
Oh.
cannot catch a break. Katie gets that cleaned up fast, though, and gets a Tetris scored. Zro, a little bit later in the game, but still managed to get a Tetris.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky, you know, testing the players because, you know, sometimes you feel like, hey, it's 18, it's slower, I can stack up higher, and then, oh, hello, there is a 30-piece drought at the very beginning.
Yep.
Oh no.
All right. Another drought for our players at
no.
the top. That is crazy. Oh, come on,
Wait,
Katie.
I was joking. Oh, no.
We manifested it once again.
I manifested a 30-piece drought. No.
33-piece drought.
Tetris for Zro, and Katie's going to have an early top out at 38,000. Zro wins his first match at a live event and advances to the next round.
That double drought was brutal. Oh, great sportsmanship on their end. I can't believe it.
That was so bad. I jokingly said 30-piece, and it was 33.
What if we just didn't commentate anymore? we still sat up at the front, but we just put duct tape over our mouths.
Is this how Fractal felt whenever he said that Anna had a good board last year, and she immediately misdropped and topped out?
I come into a tournament, and I say, guys, let me commentate, and I manifest a Z Spire, manifest a drought. Someone in the chat says that we need to get legal representation for Katie against the drought manifestation. All right.
In a non-drought related note, 192,000 for Birb, 229 for Fractal.
Fractal with a 1.5-ish Tetris lead. A little messy, but knowing him, he can clean it up. He's got it. Ignore those holes. Ignore that dependency right there.
Yeah, the only dependency we care about is that well on the right side for a Tetris.
Exactly. Got it. We got now a positive head nod. Birb is in the zone right now.
He takes the lead temporarily from Fractal, but Fractal scores it back. But we're back into kind of like that almost tied
On and
Tetris territory.
Really, both at a really good Tetris rate right now. They're both keeping it clean. I'd love to see him keep this up.
Bit tricky pieces for Birb.
Oh, you
Covered it
lose the
well.
Tetris on that one, and that's just bad luck.
Birb did win the last game, and that was a huge win for him because it kept him alive, but he still has to win this
Exactly.
one to force a decider. And he might just go for row 2.
I think he got a couple of lucky long bars in there to help fix that.
Oh, we
And
got
a
the fancy
Tetris.
2-player scene. Look at this.
All right. Birb's trying to build out that left again just to kind of keep it safe. You never know in DAS. Losing charge at just the wrong millisecond totally screws over your build. I was taught always build up more on the left just to be safe. You never know. Always better to have it higher.
Yeah, high left it would be great because a high right, yeah, you might be able to get long bars over a higher distance, but if your left isn't at a certain height, basically how high your left is lets you know how high you can burn.
Exactly.
And if you have a low left, that means you're not going to be able to burn if you do have to cover that well or, take a skim.
All right, we do have a bit of a dependency going on with Birb. I can see that head shake was more of what we've seen a lot of. This isn't going to top me out, but it's really going to mess up your flow. But there's a drought now that we are entering. Honestly, not too bad. A drought doesn't mean as much when you're just burning lines and clearing holes. If anything, from my experience, trying to burn some singles and holes, getting a tall long bar can actually mess that up.
Yeah, not only that, whenever you and your opponent run into a drought and you're digging, you're kind of thankful, unless you in your dig you have a long bar dependency, but you're kind of thankful for that drought because that means that your opponent can't score and you can use these other pieces to try and work your way back into a scoring position. Just like Birb has done right now, he's finally back and ready to score Tetrises. You can see the constant head nods of approval. But Fractal does now have almost a 3 Tetris lead as another drought forms.
Interesting. All right. He's trying to build up some more to burn. Fractal's covering up the hole, or not, no, Birb. Fractal is a perfectly open well right now. All right, if we can get a square.
Double J dependency over here for Birb.
All right.
And
a little risky.
Nice. Able to get that over.
Clean.
I think that saved Birb's game. He's going to be able to keep it going.
Right there. Oh, and just like that, the well is open again, and a Tetris. It did set Birb a couple of Tetrises behind, though.
Yeah, that's a 600K transition for Fractal. He's determined to end it here, but Birb answering with a 500K, so 100,000 point difference. If Zero has shown us anything, chase downs of that magnitude and higher can happen. But of course,
if anything, I'm just impressed that Birb could have gotten through that.
Yeah, that was an incredible dig on Birb's end.
I mean, since Birb's trying to build out the left a little bit, it's so much harder with dash to get those pieces all the way over. At least for me. I always thought it was impossible until I came here and watched these folks absolutely pull off crazy moves.
I mean, you made it into the silver bracket, so you got some playability, right?
I got some, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, the way these players time their dash charges, they are thinking 4 pieces ahead.
Nice quick up over there from Birb, because he needs some good timing on some pieces right now. An eye piece here would be phenomenal.
And there we go.
There we go.
So now the manifestation's working.
And that is a top out that's potentially manifesting for Fractal. He can't get anything over. We're in another chase down situation. 672 is what Birb needs, and we could be looking at a decider.
No one touch Birb, no one look at Birb, no one think his name. Let him be in the zone, because this is close. All right, safe burn. We have a good amount of lines. I think we're still only at level 23.
You'll probably need a Tetris or 2 or some high-value line clears like a triple.
Yeah.
But he does have plenty of time to do it, so it's not in any rush, especially if the pieces start fighting against you.
Yep. And I can tell that's probably what he's thinking right now, too. Playing it safe. This is no room for mind games, aggressive tricks, tucks. Keep it flat, keep it safe. Chip away at that point difference. Although you're right, a Tetris wouldn't hurt right now. Definitely would not hurt.
But I can just imagine how Birb's feeling right now, because Jonas once said the most distracting thing that your opponent can do is top out before you.
Yep. All right, 1.7 Tetris difference. He is set up.
There's one.
Oh, and there's a long bar. We are in the home stretch. My fingers are crossed, my toes are crossed. All he has to do is just keep it flat and clean, get some doubles, maybe a triple.
It looks like that's going to be a triple, not going to go aggressive. I can respect that.
I respect it.
Now in triple territory, and that will be good enough.
Yep. Oh, all right, just a couple more points.
2,000, a double will do it, and a double is scored. We are going to a decider.
A decider match. What incredible play from both of them. We have seen some amazing recoveries from Birb.
I'm going to have to chill out. I'm getting too prophetic with these call-outs. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Fractal, your Jonas Cup champion, your inaugural Jonas Cup champion. On the ropes here in round 1 against Birb. And, oh yeah, Birb is rocking.
Birb's rocking out. I wonder what he's listening to.
If anything, the pressure has been lifted off of Birb and then been applied to Fractal.
Yeah.
Because Birb, he brought Fractal to a decider. That's already, something that's great in his own, especially when Fractal has had legendary runs in tournaments where he doesn't drop a game until the finals.
And that having that different mindset definitely changes the way that you play. You could tell, I think, game 1 compared to now, Birb is in the zone, rocking out. There was not this much rhythm in his movement.
You can tell there's a greater degree of confidence. And yes, there is, the mechanical and the technicals, but the mental game is something that doesn't really get stated enough.
Exactly.
Because obviously, these players have the skills to pay the bills. They've all gotten multiple max outs with this play style. They've been playing it for years. They got that down. But all it takes is for one bad misdrop or for one untimely drought to throw your mental off. And now you might start playing more conservative, or your dash is a bit shaky because you're hesitant. All it takes is just for something to go wrong. And so one of the strongest components of competitive Tetris is that mental game. And maybe Birb's ability to try and dig out here.
Birb, show us that classic digging ability. Fractal's keeping his board clean, keeping it safe. We know Birb.
Oh, nothing's
that's
burning.
Tricky. It's just none of the right pieces. Let's see if we can get something.
Birb keeping hope alive and can't get the pole vault. Birb's going to have an early top out. Fractal escaping the jaws of tournament death. Advances to the next round.
Some incredible matches between these two. Some of the best DAS play I think we've seen all weekend. There are upsets in the chat for Birb. Just some great play.